After stepping aside from digging and exploring in Season 5, Episode 3, Spies in the Sky, it's time for our team of intrepid explorers to get back to the meat of their exploration in the mystery of Blind Frog Ranch, S5E4, Something Worth Dying. Spies in the Sky took a unique trajectory, studying the mystery cylinder and trailer in an effort to uncover who was placing these objects around the ranch. While some evidence has come to light regarding the possibility of Robert Bigelow's BASS having a hand in it, Duane Ollinger is ready to refocus on their exploration efforts. Chad Ollinger and Josh Feldman head back out to the gigantic cairn, where they found the arrowheads in Season 5, Episode 2, The Gold Ledger, to do some more digging. This location reveals more evidence that suggests this gigantic cairn is more important than they may have realized. Could this rock formation be the entrance to an underground cavern that leads to the Keyhole Cavern? Or does this monument signify a bloody past whose experts are brought to the ranch in the hopes of getting an approximate date from when these arrowheads were crafted? USF assessed Chris Bartle, ancient weapons expert, and Dr. Roger Blomqvist, a historian we first met in Season 4, Episode 4, The Skull, come to the ranch to provide their respective expertise. Both men provide information that could possibly change the trajectory of the entire hunt. Eric Drummond, James Keenan, Duane Ollinger, Chad Ollinger, and Charles Snyder discussed the motives of the thief and the purpose of the cylinder he stole. / image courtesy of Warner Bros. Discovery coming off the abandoned drilling at the Energy Zone due to the discovery of uranium deposits, Season 5, Episode 1, The Flooded Tunnel. Eric wants to get to the bottom of all uranium deposits on the ranch. To do so, Eric grabs soil samples from multiple spots around the ranch, including one from the open pit mine, Season 4, Episode 5, Sacrificial Altar. Eric uses a makeshift rock crusher to crush and test the samples. After finding uranium specks in one of the samples, Eric is on the hunt. Eric and Chad have refocused their exploration to a part of the ranch we haven't seen in quite some time. Will this lead to an entrance to the Keyhole Cavern? Or, again, will this be proof of something from out of this world? The Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch, S5E4, Something Worth Dying, premieres Wednesday, July 9, at 10 p.m. ET/PT on the Discovery Channel. You do not want to miss this when a storm brewed over Blind Frog Ranch, both in the sky and beneath the earth. In Season 5, Episode 4, the team found themselves deeper than ever into the mysteries that had long haunted the Uinta Basin. What started as a quest for hidden treasure was now tangled in threads of conspiracy, danger, and possibly something not of this world. As the episode opened, Duane Ollinger stood on the ridge overlooking the sprawling ranch, his boots planted firmly in the shifting dust. A newly discovered sinkhole had opened overnight, one Duane was certain wasn't there the day before. It was wide, dark, and seemingly bottomless, and the smell of ozone around it had the crew murmuring uneasily. Dr. Eric Drummond, the team's geologist, took readings while the others prepped here. Instruments picked up magnetic anomalies far beyond normal, and the temperature at the edge of the hole fluctuated wildly. The deeper they probed, the clearer it became. This wasn't just a natural collapse. Something had triggered it. In the command tent, Charlie Snyder reviewed thermal drone footage from the previous night. One frame caught everyone's attention. A humanoid heat signature moved through the trees at 2:17 am, too large to be a deer and far too fast to be human. The figure vanished as quickly as it appeared, but its path led straight toward the sinkhole. The crew split into two groups. Duane led a descent into the sinkhole, while Chad Ollinger, Duane's son and aerial surveillance expert, launched drones to chart underground passageways and check for stability. Underground, the air turned colder, thicker. The walls of the passage were rough-hewn, but not entirely natural. Duane's flashlight flickered over tool marks, possibly old, possibly ancient. Back on the surface, a new figure arrived at the ranch. A former intelligence operative named Marcus Vale, brought in to analyze recent surveillance data and vet the theory that government agencies might be tracking Blind Frog Ranch. Vale brought with him classified satellite imagery that showed unnatural heat blooms in the area, dating back over a decade. These sites all connected in a perfect triangle, with the newly formed sinkhole dead center. As Duane's team pressed forward through the underground tunnel, strange equipment failures began to occur. Radios gave only static. The battery-operated lights dimmed without explanation. Then a low vibration, like a mechanical hum, began to pulse through the walls. Further in, they found an unexpected chamber, a round room roughly 20 feet in diameter, with walls covered in a black, glass-like mineral. Embedded in the center of the floor was a metallic object, smooth, almost egg-shaped, and partially exposed. Dr. Drummond immediately identified the material as not matching any known regional geology. Whatever it wasn't from Utah, possibly not even from Earth. Touching the object triggered a surge of electromagnetic energy. All lights went dead. The camera feed cut out. And then, complete silence. Back at base camp, Marcus detected the spike on his monitoring equipment. He triangulated the source and advised immediate evacuation. The energy surge was consistent with weaponized EMF tech he'd encountered in overseas Black Ops missions. Something buried beneath Blind Frog Ranch might be active. Chad, monitoring the descent, shouted into the radio, trying to reach his father. No response. Panic began to mount. The crew topside prepared a winch descent, determined to retrieve the underground team if necessary. Then, without warning, all systems flickered back online. Camera feeds returned, showing Duane's team standing motionless, faces pale, eyes wide. Something had happened during the blackout, something none of them could describe. The object had shifted slightly, and etched symbols now glowed faintly along its surface, symbols resembling a combination of Navajo glyphs and unknown geometric patterns. The room itself pulsed faintly with light, like a heartbeat. Dr. Drummond, shaken but professional, took samples of the surrounding mineral. Whatever the object was, it had caused a massive change in the environment. Readings showed a spike in radiation, though still within tolerable limits. For now. As they ascended, the weight of what they had discovered settled over the team. This wasn't just a hunt for gold or outlaw relics anymore. The object below could be something ancient, powerful, possibly dangerous. That night, back at camp, Duane reviewed footage of the blackout period. The audio track had picked up something bizarre. A low, tonal humming, layered with faint voices speaking in what sounded like a forgotten dialect. It repeated every 6.66 seconds, a pattern that unnerved everyone who heard it. Meanwhile, Marcus discovered a connection between the newly uncovered object and several Cold War-era military documents referencing an anomaly site Bravo, a classified zone never officially acknowledged, but eerily located in the same vicinity. The documents referred to a failed recovery mission and noted only one surviving operative, who later disappeared. In a shocking twist, Marcus hinted that the object might be a piece of something larger, a fractured component of a network. If other pieces existed, they could be scattered across similar geologic hotspots around the globe. As Episode 4 drew to a close, Duane gathered the crew around a campfire, solemn and more driven than ever. This wasn't just about riches anymore. It was about legacy, truth, and perhaps survival. In the final moments, a previously hidden cave was uncovered beneath a rockslide near the creek bed, revealed only after a sudden lightning strike split a pine tree nearby. The cave entrance was framed with stacked stones, clearly placed by human hands. On the wall beside it, a symbol matching one found on the object in the chamber had been etched, a warning, or maybe a map. As the camera panned to the shadowed entrance, a single phrase faded onto the screen in bold white letters: "Some things aren't meant to be found." The air hangs heavier over Blind Frog Ranch than ever before. Summer in the Uinta Basin normally simmers with dry heat, but this week brings a stillness that feels like the land itself is holding its breath. The fourth episode of Season 5 does not waste time on formalities. From the opening frame, it's clear that something has shifted. Whatever mystery lies beneath the earth, it has begun to stir. As the crew pushes forward with their increasingly dangerous exploration, the familiar terrain of the ranch has become nearly unrecognizable. Earthquakes, sinkholes, and strange environmental shifts plague the landscape. Trees are dying in circular patterns. The pond water turns murky green without explanation. Animals in the area are acting skittish, avoiding key sites. To the seasoned crew, these are not random phenomena. They are warnings. A new anomaly is detected in the northwest quadrant of the property, a fault line no one had mapped before. It's accompanied by strange electromagnetic pulses and a persistent, low-frequency hum audible only in short bursts. The team sets up seismic equipment and magnetometers, only to find that their data is being scrambled, almost as if some force is distorting reality at the molecular level.